All right. I always forget to do that. All right. So we'll go over each one of these and you guys can just blurt them out if there's like an awkward silence. I'll just say them. But number one, or am I? And then you, like, how are you?
Oi.
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 Yep. So that's oi. All right. So that's our pronoun for you after the action. So all of these are going to be the way you say it after the action. And then it's also like if it's a standalone pronoun, for example, like if someone said like, who took my stuff? Or like and I say, oh, like, I did it. So that's I was like that's how you say I or me. That's the pronoun for that. So there you go. All right. And oi is you after the action, and it also can stand alone as well. So how about them two, they two? So how are they? So oamai,
Ilato.
yep. Well, okay, wait. So it's two of them.
La'ua.
Laua, yep, laua. So that you were close. So remember in Samoan, we separate pronouns. It's one person, which is gonna be oi, au, or oia. That's for singular. But then if we're talking about like them, then it's at least gonna be two. So it's ilaua, it's or ilato. So ilato, oh man, I just gave away another answer. Or never mind. So anyway, ilaua, that's them too. How are they? How are they? Ilaua. So that's a dual pronoun. Okay. So how are you? Oamaoi. Oama ilaua. So that's how are they? How are they too? How are them too? All right. How are you all? And we're talking about three or more people. Oamai
Oto.
oto. Yep. Oamai oto. Or oko, either way. So this is the T style. Oamai oto. Oamai oko. All right. Great. So we have oi, ilaua, oto. How are they? They three or more people. So this is the one that you said, Troy, I think.
So on this one, is it Mato or?
Well, it's they.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, I deleted it.
Oh, it's okay. Well,
Lako.
say again.
Lako.
Lako, yep. Oamai lako. So that's them three or more. Them three or more. So ilaua is two. Oamai ilaua. So that's how are they two? But if I say oamai ilako or oamai ilato, that's how are they, multiple people. All right, how are they doing, right? How's your mom? This is a little different one, but I think you guys got this as well.
Oelo kinga.
Yep. Oamai lo kinga. Oops, my handwriting sloppy with a mouse. Oamai lo kinga. All right, and we'll if we have time today, we'll talk about the difference between la'u and lo'u and all of that. But when you're talking about your mom, you're always gonna say lo. Or if I'm talking about my mom, like today's her birthday, I would say lo'u tina. Lo'u, like that's my. Lo is gonna be your, and so forth. Lona and all of that. So it's a O class. So mom is an O class person. O class now. Okay, so and the last one is Oamai, and then you too.
Olua.
Olua, yep, Olua. So and really, I should have pulled the worksheet up. We have a pronoun worksheet. If you don't have it with you, or like if you don't know any of these, then I'll pull it up and I'll just toward the end of the class, unless somebody else finds it before I do. But it's on that the motto page where you use your password and all of that. So these are the answers for that part of the quiz. Now this part right here, all we're doing is it's still in English, but we're gonna rearrange it in Samoan style. So how will we say the doctor is typing?
Is typing the doctor?
Is typing the doctor, exactly. If you get this part, the rest of everything else should be pretty easy. If you can get this concept, a lot of us, you know, English speakers, it's hard for us to get the concept, you know. So, sorry, I'm still letting people. Okay, so is typing the doctor. Let me. So this one is typing the doctor. All right, good. I should probably erase the rest of this. It's gonna get in the way. Okay, his mother was happy. How do we say that one?
Was happy?
Was his mother?
Yep, exactly. Was happy, his mother. Was happy,
His mother.
was happy, his mother. Okay, so it sounds funny, or, you know, it sounds different for us, you know, as first, you know, English speakers, that's our first language. But if we were to take these words and then flip them or translate them word for word in Samoan, it's going to be exactly like that. So I'm just trying it this time just to see if you guys get it. A lot of people, well, my little test group, they said that it's it works for them. So we'll see. I will go to the party. How will we say that one?
Will it be will go the party?
Oh, say again. I'm sorry. I don't think I.
Will go the party, maybe.
We'll go. We'll
Never
go to the
mind.
party. Oops.
We'll go
Close.
I.
The party
Yeah,
will
we'll go
go.
I. Yep, we'll go I. Oops.
Will go I. the
Yeah,
party.
we'll go. So the subject is I. So what I'm trying to this whole exercise right here is to get you to put the tense. So will is like in the future, right? Was is in the past. Is like right now. It's a present thing. Is typing. His you know, was happy. So that's, you know, in the past. Will go is in the future. Okay, will go I to the party. The subject is I. Over here, the subject is the doctor. Over here, the subject is his mother. Okay. So yeah, you had everything. Just make sure you put the subject after the action. All right. And then the last one is the rock has walked to the store. How do we say that one?
Has walked the rock into the store.
Yep, has walked the rock
To the store.
to the store. Exactly. Great. And then we'll get to this part right here next week. If we maybe, yeah, later next week. If not next week, then the week after that. This is our location phrase, and it's pretty much a subject phrase. The same thing like, you know, ole fale oloa, like the store. But since it's a location, we started a different kind of way. So has walked the rock to the store. We have our tense. It's past. Well, both of these together. So has walked, so tense and the action together, and then the subject is the rock. That's the guy who's gonna, you know, has walked to the store. So if you can get that concept, I think everything else is gonna be pretty much easier for you. Okay. If you have any questions at any time, please feel free to stop me. Okay, so let's go over the tense markers. Now we're going. Last week we talked about the subject phrase, right? Now we're going into the action phrase, all right? The verbs, if you are academia in that kind of language. So verbs or actions, same thing, all right? So remember, like these words right here that we started our sentence out, like was happy, is typing, will go. That's gonna be our what do you call it? The tense. That's our tense. So in Samoan, we have, it's the same thing, but the tense is going to be, you know, different kind of words, okay? Or I guess they call them articles. Or so that's a present habitual. I'm just going to fly through these because we're going to do actual There you go. Okay, we're gonna do actual slides for each one of these. So is a present habitual. So that's something that I do all the time. I walk to the store. I sleep at 3 o'clock. It's a present habitual thing. Presently, this is what I do all the time. All right. Te is the same thing as but it's used for pre-verb pronouns. And we're not there yet, so we're just gonna fly by that. It's just on the slide. Ua. Ua implies a recent change. So it is present. But for example, like if there's 3 people in the room, and then you walk out the room, right? And then it's me and my brother. My brother leaves, and when you come back, you say, where's your brother? Or Ofelo uso, like I'm sorry, where's your brother? So, and I say ualu. Ua alu. Alu is to go. So if I say ualu, he has left. So although he's gone already, I'm updating you on the situation. You know what I'm saying? You're just now being updated. So it's a present recent change. So ua, and then whatever the verb is. So that's all we're doing with these tense markers. We're combining them with verbs, okay? Or with actions. Olo'o is whatever's currently happening. You can, in English, if you put an ing after any verb, it's going to be olo'o. Like I'm talking right now. Olo'o tautala. If I'm walking, savali is to walk. So if I say olo'o savali, that's walking, okay? Olo'o with any action is going to be, just put an ing after it in English, and that's what it's going to be. All right, so sa is past tense. Na is also past tense. So if I say, we've been using walk, so let's stick with that. Savali. So sa savali is was walking. Okay. Na savali is walked. And we have examples of that, specific slides. I don't, we'll get to that. I think I'm moving too slow. Ole'a is future tense. So if I ole'a savali, that's will walk. And this should probably have a fatma mafa over the a. Ole'a. Some people say ole'a. You'll hear people say it different ways, but when they're talking so fast, it's just like you don't hear any of that really. But technically it's going to be like ole'a or ole'a. So it's a future tense. So will walk. Ole'a savali. And then fa'akoa, fa'atoa, fa'atoa. Either one. The last one should have the fatma mafa over it as well. So I'll just write these over. And that's like, for the first time, like just now. All right. And I think there's examples of this as well. So let's go. Let me speed it up a little bit. All right. So this is kind of like the same one. So if I say if I tell, all right, if I tell is to read, so reads, he reads every day. So that's kind of like that one. If I tell, reads. We'll skip over Ted. This is what we're gonna do next week. Ufaitao, have read or has read. Like, what is he doing? Or did he do his homework? And I said, Ufaitao Tama, he the boy has read. The boy has read. Or he has read. Yeah, it should be has read, I think. I guess it depends on how you state it in English. I still have problems with that, going back and forth trying to, between English and Samoan, but you're updating somebody. You're letting them know they have read chapter 3, or he has read or she has read. Okay. Olo'ofaitao, reading. Again, you just put an ing after the actual verb. So faitao is to read, but if I or the subject is olo'ofaitao, they're reading. They are reading. Olo'ofaitao. All right. Hopefully you're seeing the pattern here. You just put the tense in front of the action. And let me see if I got the action up on the internet. Wait a minute. Okay, so any of these verbs right here, these action words, and I'll put these in, if you don't already have them, I'm gonna put them in the chat. If you put any tense marker in front of the verb, right? It means the same thing in English, except you know, you modify it with that tense. Let's see. To everyone. Okay, here we go. So I just put this worksheet into the thing if you don't already have it. I think we posted it up last week and the week before. Let me go back to our slide. Okay. All right. Sa fai tau. Sa fai tau. So this is it's past tense, but it was reading. So it's kind of like if I take you back in time and I'm telling you, oh yeah, you know, back in the day, you know, I was doing this, I was doing that. So most if you tell a story like a lot of our uncles do, and you know, or anyone telling a story back in the day, or you know, whenever they would say like saw this, or you know, saw, and then the action saw, because they're saying what they were doing and then what was happening at that time, right? So in this case we're saying sa fai tau, so was reading, okay? And a different way to say it, if the action is like it's already past, is done and over, then you would say na fai tau, na fai tau. And we'll talk about like suffixes, how do I say that? Suffixes of like fai tauina and things like that. But for now we'll keep it simple. So na fai tau is past, the action is over with, right? But sa fai tau was reading. It's kind of like the past tense of olo'o. So olo'o, like the action is going on like right now. Okay, it's present tense, it's going on right now. But sa fai tau, I take you to the past in my story, and in my story, I'm still like I was running away from the, you know, from the dog. The dog was gonna bite me. You know, I was trying to deliver the mail or whatever, and you know, tamoe. You know, I was, you know, was running. Okay, does everyone understand? So all we're doing is we're putting the tense in front of the action, and then we're creating an action phrase. All right, so that's what that is. If you have any questions, like I said, feel free, send something in the chat or you just blurt it out. All right. Now we'll go over each one of these. If you guys got it and it's like elementary and you're ready to move on, just let me know. We can go on to the next thing. So the ed tense marker. So we're just gonna do examples of each one till everybody has it, right? Ed savali. Savali is to walk, right? So savali is walks, like, you know, he walks, you know, he walks every day in the morning, you know, for exercise. Sits, that person sits right there every single day, sits, like enofu, okay? He sleeps every day, like 1 o'clock. Well, I have to these days, like from 1 to 1:30, 1 to 2, you know, le kamalo, like you know, the guy sleeps, you know, I have to take a nap. So talks, tautala, talks, he talks, you know, talks. So it's just something that the person does on a regular basis. He talks at, you know, in class, tautala. All right, sees, va'ai. Va'ai is to see. So sees is va'ai. Runs, you know, he exercises, he runs, tamoe. You know, for whatever reason, tamoe, runs, writes. To see is to write, to see is writes. All right. Okay, yeah, we did this one. Moe is to sleep, and then moe is sleeps. All right. Savali, we talked about savali is to walk, it's the action. It's also on that sheet. You can pull up any, like I said, you pull up any action, combine it with any of these tense markers, and you can create an action phrase. It's, you know, the simplest action phrase, right? So savali, ua savali, you know, has walked. Yeah, he has walked. Ua savali de kama, you know, laile, you know, over to the concession stand or whatever. So ua savali has walked. Where did he go? Ua savali has walked, right? Has sat, ua nofu. Has slept, ua moi, like has slept. Tautala, ua tautala, has talked, has seen. So to see is va'ai, and then ua va'ai, like, you know, has seen. If I'm talking about me, I guess I would say I have seen. So that's the only, don't get stuck on has because it might be have just depending on the translation. Utamoe, utamoe, has ran, has run. To write is to see, but if you say utusi, has written or has wrote. Has wrote. All right. Then we have I'm sorry, we have olo'o. Again, olo'o, you just add an ing to the, as you see, all of these here have ing after the end. So olo'o savali, walking. Olo'o savali, and then you just add the subject. Olo'o nofo is sitting. Olo'o moe is sleeping. Olo'o tautala is talking. Olo'o va'ai is seeing or viewing. Or what? Not you can say olo'o makmaka. Olo'o va'ai, we would say seeing. Olo'o tamoe, running. Olo'o tusi, riding. Okay. I think you guys got it. So I'm kind of going faster now. So sa savali was walking. Was sitting is sa nofo. Sa nofo. Was sleeping. Sa moe. Sa tautala is talking. Sa va'ai was viewing or was seeing, if that makes sense in English, I don't know. Sa tamoe was running, and then sa tusi was writing. All right. Wow, we got a lot of tense markers. So, okay, so walked with the ed is na savali. Na nofu or nga ngofu. Sat, nga moe, slept, na tautala, or yeah, na tautala, talked, na va'ai, seen or saw, na tamoe, ran. So you see all of these with the na is like the action is over and done and complete. So you might see another sort of suffix after these, like nasavaliina or something like that. We'll talk about that. I just want to do one concept at a time. So if you get this part, then you're doing great. So nasavali, na nofo, na moe, na tautala, na va'ai, na tamoe, na tusi. All right, so that's walked. Okay, I'm sorry, not tusi is wrote. Okay, and then the last one, I think for now, there is a fa'akoa, but we'll talk about that one another time. It's just ole'a, and everything is the same. You just put the will in the front. So it's something you're gonna do in the future. Ole'a savali, ole'a nofo, ole'a moe, ole'a tautala, ole'a va'ai, ole'a tamoe, ole'a tusi. All right. So I know I kind of went over that like over and over and over. So does anyone have any questions at this point about, okay, let me see. Does tusi, yes, it can mean to write. What is it? What else does it mean? Book, yeah, it can mean book. As a noun, it's a book. Yep. Yeah, so to write or like a book. So like a tusipaia. Tusipaia is the Bible, the Holy Bible. So yes, exactly. All right. So now when you add, and I'm pretty sure you guys probably heard something like this too. If you add, I forget directional adverbs. This is the technical word at the bottom, directional adverb. If you add these words to a verb or action word, it's gonna put a direction on the action. For example, if I say savariatu, so if I not ote, savariatu ile, so walking to the faleaunga, to the school. So savariatu, so I'm walking to, so I'm going away from where I'm at, but I'm walking to something else. I guess I probably worded this wrong. Going away. So you are going away, but you're going to something. So atu. Okay, savaliatu. Savali mai is like you're walking from somewhere. So if I ask you, where are you coming from? Savali mai, I was, walking from wherever you came from. So savali mai. So savali atu, you're walking to somewhere. Savali mai, you're coming from somewhere. Savali ifo, maybe you're coming down. You're you know, somebody's coming down the steps. Savali ifo. Savali ae. Honestly, I don't hear too many people say ae, but that's, you know, technically that's what it so ae is going up, ifo is going down. Esse, savali esse, you're walking away. You walk away. Okay, walk away from something. So these are the words, and you just put them the same way that we do the adjectives. You put it after the noun. The adjectives come after the noun. Well, these go after the verb, and it just gives you more description to the verb. Like, you know, it's the verb, but then now you're also giving it direction. So atu, mai, ifo, ae, esse. Okay, so. And then, so at the bottom, it says some directional words or verbs. Oops. Some directional words or verbs combination changes the meaning. Like which one? It would be like fa'atau. Fa'atau is to buy, right? Well, it's actually like to shop. So if I well, fa'atau mai, fa'atau. Let me write it out. Fa'atau. So fa'atau, and most times it's like to mean means like to buy, right? Just in context, because if I say that, oh yeah, I went to the store, you automatically know that I'm going to buy some stuff. So they might not say fa'atau mai, they might not say fa'atau atu, or fa'akau mai or fa'akau aku. But if you know I'm going to the store, they might just say fa'atau, because they know you're going to go there to buy something. But if you say fa'atau mai, this one is to buy, and then fa'atau atu, this one is to sell. So this is what this one means, like some directional words will change the meaning of the word. So you see how we put this one together, and it means to buy, and this one is to sell. Okay, and so I think I have a list of that. If I'll look for it after class, and there's, you know, I think it's maybe like 7 to 10 of them. You know, like a'o, like a'o is to learn. Oh, let me write it out. A'o. So when people say a'o, mai, maybe that's like to learn. But then atu, like to teach. So in most contexts, a'o is like to learn something, but if they go out of their way to use these directional adverbs, then you know, like, okay, somebody's learning something, somebody's teaching something. Okay. Any questions on that? I don't see any. All right. How do I erase this? Oh, someone question. What about to come? Okay, like, okay. So come is to sao. So you might hear sao is to come, and sao mai. So that would still be like, you know, to come, you know, come to my direction, but I don't think I ever heard sawatu. Yeah, because it's like sao, come, go. Yeah, so I don't think I heard that, but I do hear sao mai, like, you know, sao mai, but like to go is alu, so they would just say, they would probably just use a different word for that. But so you would hear, most likely you'll hear sao mai, but I don't know. Has anyone ever heard sawatu? I know there's some fluent speaking Samoans in here, but I don't think I never heard sawatu before. Sao ii. Yeah, like, yeah, sao ii, like come right here, sao ii. You know, I have heard that, or sao i, you know, sao mai. They'll say Samai or Sau'i. They'll say that. All right, so making verbs negative. Oh, let me see. Sawatu. Yeah, it doesn't compute. I don't understand it. But I never say like nothing makes, I'll just say I never heard it because I live in Illinois. What do I know? But okay. Anyway, so le, not le, like the limiter le. So limiter le this means the. So oletama, or the boy, ole tavale, ole, but this is le. Okay, remember, so when we observe these symbols, the Fatma and the Taofi, it could change the whole word altogether. Just like olea or olea, that's the tense marker, but olea is what, right? So in this case, we're seeing le. So if you use le with the Fatma over the e, it makes the verb negative. For example, if we say the word we've been using all day, savali, is to walk. But if I say le savali, that's not walk. So if I say sa le savali, what does this mean? Sa le savali.
No walking.
Oh, say again. Sorry, I had to turn my computer up.
Didn't walk.
Right. Did not walk. Didn't walk. What, yeah. So we're talking about in the past, sa le savali, if whoever didn't walk, the boy didn't walk. Sa le savali letama, didn't walk, did not walk. So we're talking about the past and then not walk. Great, that's awesome. We didn't talk about the ote, this is how it's gonna look next week when we talk about te, or yeah, today's Thursday. So next week, but basically this just means I. So I le fia, I don't like. Ote le fia, whatever, or whoever, or whenever, or, ote le fia, all right. And then ole a le o tameti. So this is I probably should put a pop my mouth over that, but this is well, anybody, you can just shout it out if you know this one. Le, and then o, I'll put this should have that. Something like that.
Lea, Leo, Tamiti.
Mhm. So o, or that is the plural version of alu. Anyone know that now? It's the plural version of alu. So will not. So remember our English translation. So it's like will not go. Someone said up here, the kids will not go. Yep, exactly. Sean. So the kids will not go. So ole ale o kameki, or tameti. Ole ale o tameti. Okay, so that, and it's really just goes back to our foundation of the English exercise that we did during our quiz. We have our tense, we have our action, and then we have the subject, okay, which we're about to get into that right now. But this le, the le is the only difference right now. All it does is make this negative. It's making our action negative, and it comes before. So it's le o, le fia, le savali. It wouldn't be like sa savali le. That wouldn't make sense. The le is gonna go before. It is always gonna be before your action. Okay. No questions. All right. So let's go to the. All right. So now we're gonna combine. If you have any questions, please stop me, slow me down, because this is where this is the first time we're gonna take one phrase and combine it with another one. All right. This is big because like you can go into the Tusipaia and you can start seeing patterns, and they usually do it this way, right? They're usually gonna go like this. So we usually start with our action phrase and then go to the noun phrase or the subject. So tense, the action, and then the subject. Okay? Tense, action, and then the subject. So we have savali. Does anyone remember what this one is? Savali?
Walk.
Right, walk.
I walk.
Walks.
Walks. Exactly. It's walks. Walks. Okay. Yeah. So let's just break it down just by the piece that we see. So this is walks, right? Now we have over here, we have oletene. What does this one mean?
The girl.
The girl, exactly. The girl. The girl. I should probably type this up. The girl. Okay, so we have walks, the girl. Remember from our English exercise, right? Walks, the girl. So esavali, and then we have oletene. Now, when we put them together, remember this O right here is the this is the tense marker for subjects. Okay, if you just say the subject by itself, you would just say oletene. Who did this? Oletene. Who got the A in the class? Oletene. So if you just say it by itself, we need the O, right? Technically, we would need the O. In conversational Samoan, people drop the O all the time, so it's not that big of a deal. But we want to learn it from the ground up. So oletene, right? Now over here we have another tense marker. We have our tense of e, and then we have savali. Savali means to walk, but when we put them together, it means walks. This is what happens on a habitual basis. Walks. Who does the walking? Oletene. Okay, now we have two tense markers. This is important. This is very key. We got this tense marker. We have an e. We have the o tense marker. All right, the subject tense marker. We don't need both of them. Every single time we're gonna drop this one. We drop that one because the letene is gonna take on this tense. So it's gonna be esavali letene. Esavali letene. All right. The one that goes first, that's the tense marker that we use. Okay. So let me write it out. So this is gonna be the girl walks. Esavali letene. Letene. So that's our statement. The girl walks. Esavali letene. Okay. Let's do another one. We have ualu. So we have a situation change, and then we have oletama. What does ualu mean?
He went.
Gone.
Right. Has
They-
gone, has went. I don't know which one is right in English. Has went or has gone. Maybe they're the same. I'll put them both. This ain't English class, it's Samoan class. Worry about that another time. So oletama is what?
The boy.
The boy, right. So we have the boy. So now we have has went or has gone the boy, right? So how do we translate that into English? Oh, I'm sorry, wait. We want to say it in Samoan. So how do we say it in Samoan all together?
Letama.
Yep, ualu letama. And this should actually have a coffee right there. Ualu letama. And that's it. So has gone or has went the boy. The boy has went. Ofelikama. Ualu lekama. Ofelitama. Ualu letama. Where is the boy? The boy has left. You were in the bathroom all day. Ualu letama. He's gone. All right. So ualu letama. Tense. All right. Has gone the boy. Has gone the boy. So if you ever get lost, just think back to our sorry, it's cold down here in the basement. So you ever get lost, just think back to the our English rewording, word order thing, right? So ualu letama esavali letene. Now we have ole'a tamo, ole'a moe, and then we have olo uso, olo uso. So what does this one mean? Anybody?
My sister went to sleep
Right, well,
or will go to sleep.
well,
Is-
let's do one piece at a time, just because I don't want anyone to get lost in case someone's not asking questions and but they were too shy to ask. So what is ole a moe?
Will sleep.
Will
Will,
sleep.
yep, will sleep. And then what is olo uso? Olo uso. I always say uso wrong. It's supposed to be just uso. Olo uso.
My brother.
My brother.
or my sister.
Or my sister if you're a
Sister.
girl. Yep, or my brother or my sister, either one. Depending on who, if you're a girl and you say it, then you're talking about your sister. If you're a boy, you say it, you're talking about your brother. So me, I would say, when I put it all together, I would say, and I don't have the markings here, so I don't know. Ole a moe lo'u uso. And how will we say this and how we translate that to English?
Will sleep my brother or sister.
Yep, will sleep, my brother or sister, or my brother or sister will sleep. So that's so hopefully everybody's seeing the pattern. We're gonna do the rest of these because this is important. So Sautautala, what's this one mean? Just this part. Sautautala or Saukakala.
Was talking.
Was talking.
Was talking. And then Osefomai. Osefomai.
The doctors.
The doctor.
Well, let's be all the way technical. So what would be Osefomai?
My doctor?
That would be La'u or Lo'u. I guess they're interchangeable on
A doctor.
a
doctor.
A doctor.
Yes. So a doctor. So when we put it together, it's gonna be Sa Tautala. Tautala. Oh, I'm sorry. I should ask you guys that. What's it gonna be? The whole sentence. Or the whole phrase.
Sa kaukala se fumai.
Saukala se formai. Yep. So this is a doctor. A doctor was talking. Was talking a doctor. But in English, we would translate it as a doctor was talking.
Okay.
So you see how people get lost, like, well, me, I'll just say for myself, I never could get the language because I'm listening for, the words to go a different way, but it's not like that for the most part. And most people would lead like this. They would say Sao Kaukala se formai or Sao Tautala se formai. All right. So a doctor was talking. All right. So na ba'ai, what's that one mean?
See.
Those see.
Saw.
Those look.
Right,
Those
saw.
see.
Yeah, it's a past tense. I heard it a couple of times. So saw or seen. And then what's this one? Oni tangata.
Some people.
Some people. Oops. So, and then when we put it together, it's gonna be what? Oops.
Nava ay tangata.
Nava'ai ni tangata.
Tangata.
Yep. And then you might hear like that. We'll talk about the suffixes. I keep saying that, but if we get this part, we're great. Nava'ai ni tangata. So some people saw. Like it's a past tense, the action is over and done. It's not like some people were looking at, like, not sa va'ai ni tangata. It's not like they saw it. Like maybe in court you probably hear a lot of na instead of sa because they saw it. You're stating facts and it's the action is over and done. Oh, we only got 5 minutes. Let's do, we'll do this one and then, let me see. Yeah, let's do this. Olo'otomo'e means what?
Running.
Running,
Yep, running. And then olaumaile pu'upu'u. This is a little tricky one.
Your dog.
Your dog. And then what kind of dog? Your dog. Oh, someone said it in that chat. Your short dog. Yep, your short dog. So remember, so if you see the noun, you see a word after the noun, and you don't know it, you know, you can look up, you know, Google is good at like looking up words, but when they put phrases together, sometimes they're kind of messed up. But the maile pupu'u, pupu'u means like short or little, like was mainly just short. So you're a short dog, or yeah, you're a short dog. Okay, so running, you're a short dog.
Yes.
Okay, so if we put it all together in English, it would mean what? How we say it in English?
your short dog is running.
Yep, your short dog is running. So in Samoan, we're gonna say olo'otomo'e laumaile pu'u pu'u. Hopefully everybody sees how we did that. I guess we have a couple more. We'll do this last one and then we'll be done. Okay. If Fatmalositino is, anybody know that word? I think it's on that sheet, but I don't remember.
Exercising.
Exercises, yep, exercises. Or exercising, if you said sizing, that's like olo'o Fatmalositino. But this one is gonna be exercises. And then nah, this should be tina, like with the A over the, I mean Fatma Mafa over the A. So osetina is what's that mean? I'll just
A
A
lady.
mother.
a mother. So a mother exercises. So when we put it all together, we're gonna say fa'amalositino se
Tina.
yep. Se tina. So hopefully you guys see the pattern, how we're doing it. Tense, action, and then our subject phrase. And we don't need the O. Yeah. Tina. Yep. And we don't need the second O. We don't need the O because the noun phrase or the subject takes on the tense of the action. All right. Now there are instances where you use the O, but that's because we're gonna take the noun and put it before the action. But that'll be another lesson. For now, if you got this part, you're great. You're doing great. We'll end it right here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hang around. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we were gonna end it there, but we'll stop right here. So Faftaitele Lava. Malo. And I'll see you guys on Thursday. Oh, if you guys want to come to it's 1 o'clock my time. So it's 11 a.m. California time on Sunday. If you just want to catch up or just do some practices or whatever, then just show up there. I'll be there. Also, here's some worksheets from what we were doing today, which would be, let me go. So there's that one. So oamai, oamai lako, imato, all of that. So that's on our sheet. I'm sorry, our website, our protected website. Here's another worksheet right here where you just match the tense markers. This is a good exercise. You know which one goes to which one. And then a 10 subject action. So you can take any action, put the action right there, right? And then you just put any subject right there, and then you translate it. Or you can do vice versa, however you wanna do it. Okay.
So where do we get the worksheets?
They're already on you just go to the website. So do you have, did you get the email with the website? It's like Pacifica Pages, Motto, so I don't even know myself anymore because it changed up. But there's a password. So you on your entrance email, like you have a password. So you just take that password, put it in there, and then you'll see everything. Let me see if I might have the page pulled up. Let's see.
Because I know I went there, but I couldn't find the worksheets.
Yeah, so it should be, well, it is actually, let me see. Let me go to the page. Where's it at? Oh, okay, yeah, so Troy put it up there, let me see. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm looking at right now. It's still pulling up. Yeah, it's still loading. Leah Savali is not walk, so was not walking. Timothy, yeah, so it's was not walking. Yep, you got it right. Was not walking. Leah Savali. Yep, Malo. Oh, I don't even know the password for this. Let me see.
Is that the 8% one?
I'm sorry, which one?
Is the password the 8%?
Oh
one?
yeah, that's it's that whatever that one is. It's loading
Okay.
right now. I don't know what the. Let me see. So it's 8%, whatever, and then at the end it's like pound. So once you get into that, then it should pull right up. There's another way for me to get into it. Let me see. I'll go ahead and stop recording. Thanks for